many people know about my researches into the connection between William Shakespeare, the alleged William Shakespeare, the mythological character William Shakespeare. A lot of people know about my obsession with the Francis Bacon, Sir Francis Bacon, not the painter, the great magician, the great sorcerer of English language, the great innovator, if you will, the great translator, the great Bible writer, the great mind, the man, Sir Francis Bacon. So I've been reading this book. This is, is it going to be backwards in the film? It's strange. Why is it back? Oh, because it's, okay. Yeah, I guess it would be. This is, if you read this backwards, this is great, as in Great Britain, great books. Or if you take this off, it says eat books. Eat books. This here, this is Francis, sort of portrait of him. I don't know who painted it. Look at that, man. He looks rather, he's kind of morbid. He's kind of like, oh, what the fuck did you want for dinner? Let's get into this. Now. There's so many factors here. There's so many layers that I kind of don't blame people for. I sort of semi-don't blame them for saying, oh, that's just silly. Of course, there was a fucking little farm boy named Shakespeare. His daddy made gloves or something. It's nonsense. Complete nonsense. But people are afraid to consider the actual. They can't really consider the actuality of it because it would make too much sense when you actually look at it. One of the main things that one of the things that made this easier, besides the all the ciphers and all that shit, like he spells bacon in the first folio, all these things that Manly P. Hall, Christ, I'm running out of battery, wrote about in his what's it called? The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Sorry, it's been so long since I even read that article, and so much of that material is just, it doesn't even factor into this, in my opinion, because there's plenty of just in the Bacon's Novum Organum and Novum Organum. I can't remember, but Novum Organum, the new organ, perhaps, new thing. It's sort of like making a new. Creating a new thing, a sort of a scientific revelation, sort of. See, now, okay, I'm completely unorganized, but I think over time, if you watch enough of these videos, people waste a lot of time on videos. You know, like I'm gonna watch the Joel Osteen complete discography, or like, I want to hear. I know that God is a prosperous God, and He wants us to be successful in life, and if you give to the church, God is going to give back. Now, I've actually watched a few of this, but what I'm saying is I've listened to a lot of bullshit, and I find my own digressions to be equally, if not more than equally, interesting as many of the others I hear. Like, do you want to listen to these dipshits talk about fucking, like, their bullshit theories about, you know, fucking, I don't even know. This is new age shite. I find it deplorable. And I'm also a fan of some of it, but I'm not going to mention any names. I think that's good. I only mentioned Joel Osteen, and I also might have mentioned I'm a big fan, actually. He has great hypnotic blinking. It's very good. I mean, if you take nothing else from him, is this. I know that God. What happened? Let me get that. Let me get the power cable. Hang tight. Wish I had some music to put on. Maybe I do. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what happens here. This is a little. I'm putting you on hold.
Perfectly, I think. And, well, I think most people understand.
I understand.
No, hey, I know you understand. I'm talking about some other people.
I think what Jack is talking about is minimal. Not really natural, but minimal.
Okay, fine. I was just saying.
I understand.
Yeah, because I'm trying to give each picture its own look.
Can we talk about this later?
Oh, yeah. You gotta go somewhere, or?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah, because I was hoping, for the shoot tomorrow, we could send Rocky down and he could pick it up.
Kurt.
No, hey, gotcha. You gotta go somewhere. So, hey, what the fuck? It's only the photography of the film we're talking about.
Are you giving me shit, Kurt?
No, hey, no way.
My fucking wife has an ass in her cock in the driveway, Kurt. All right? I'm sorry if my thoughts are not on the photography of the film we're shooting tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, no big deal. Sorry.
All right?
That's so funny. My wife has an ass in her cock. Okay, let's get back to task here. All right, we are at 5 minutes. This has been incredibly fulfilling. This is the beginning of a long. I'm going to do quite a few of these. Okay, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get serious about providing evidence, the authorship of Bacon being directly connected to Bacon. Now, I started to realize this morning actually. I was hit because I haven't. It's funny. I've had this book for about 2 years, and I've read. I was really into the New Atlantis, like kind of foolishly. I mean, it's interesting, but there's so much in terms of the Shakespeare thing. There's not much in. Well, one could say that it's connected to the Tempest and the New World and all that stuff. The Western Hemisphere, and that there's some connection to like this American. The New Atlantis being in America, and so Britain's destiny with all of that. Of course, there's that argument, but so much more in just in these two books, the Advancement of Learning and Novum Organum. If aphorisms or aphorisms concerning the interpretation of nature in the kingdom of man. No, the kingdom of man. That's quite interesting. See, I think Bacon was a straight up alchemist. In the very beginning of this, fuck is it? Is it the beginning of the second book? I can't remember where this shit is. I should have marked it. Fuck. It's talking a lot about heat. Like, really talking a lot about heat. Okay. Table 4. An example of the exclusive table, or the rejection of natures from the form of heat. This is all about the sun's rays, common fire, particularly subterranean fires, boiling water, air, and all this. Now, this, you have to read this yourself, I mean, if you're into it. But I find this sentence really interesting. We, therefore, who are neither ignorant nor forgetful of the great work which we attempt in rendering the human understanding adequate to things and nature, by no means rest satisfied with what we have hitherto enforced, but push the matter further, and contrive and prepare more powerful aid for the use of the understanding, which we will next subjoin. This is very bold. It's when you think about the great work, this kind of who was into the greatest sort of Masonic thing and magical alchemy, the great work, all this shit. Just all I'm saying is this reeks of an alchemist, and in a similar way that Isaac Newton was, everyone thought he was just this nuts and bolts kind of scientific, very non-religious, you could say, and not having fanciful ideas. But apparently his notebooks have been released. Someone had them for some time, and they're just obsessed with the Old Testament and all this symbology and whatnot. I haven't read it, but what I'm saying is, I think it's fair to assume that Bacon, based on just this section alone, which is weirdly, I mean, it's scientific kind of, but it's like alchemical science. It's very early, and it's in terms of the scientific method. I think things before even Isaac Newton, I feel like Bacon is like one step. It was still a little bit fancy. It was still a little bit old world, And Bacon kind of started this, and I think Newton definitely probably saw this and went ahead and jumped a leap and a bound forward. Now, I don't think Isaac Newton could write the kind of poetry that I'm accusing Bacon up. So we're at 10 minutes. All right, let's stop. Let's do another one of these. Oh shit, I hit the wrong stop button. Sorry.